Hi everyone, I'm Paul Ayres. I'm a musician. I play, I conduct, and I write music. I love writing music and I love adapting tunes as well. And this is my adaptation of Julian Nott's wonderful theme to the Peppa Pig TV show. I've always loved TV themes. I mean, since I was little, that's what I used to work out on the piano. So, and you know, we've got 3 children, so Peppa Pig is a big part of our lives. I'm an organist as well as a pianist, and I was playing for a church, and the vicar said, "Could you play something really entertaining for the children to walk out to when they go to their children's classes? You know, something that will sort of raise a smile." So I just almost improvised a little prelude, a little bit like this piece has turned out to. And then once I'd done that, I thought, you know, you could make a piece out of that. So it kind of then got on my list of pieces I wanted to write. I love all kinds of classical music, so I was trying to sort of reference this kind of. I mean, it feels like to me that the Peppa Pig theme it might be something that you learn on a toy piano. It feels like something that Peppa Pig might herself, you know, learn how to play these little notes. You know, you start with the really basic C major chords. Oh, and here's the next chord you kind of learn when you're doing music. So, you know, so it sounded a little bit like a teaching piece, like a little exercise by Clementi or Burgmüller or something. So that's the first movement. Then, you know, as I extended it, I thought, oh, perhaps it needs a few more movements, and I'll do something a little bit darker for the Adagio, and then something kind of homage to, you know, Bach and those composers I love for the fugue. I think because I imagined this first piece sounded like a little prelude. I mean, it's not dissimilar, is it, Fu? You could almost do those two things at the same time. And, you know, because I play so much Baroque music, you know, Prelude and Fugue, there is a wonderful Bach piece called a Prelude, Adagio and Fugue, really extended, also in C major with an A minor Adagio. So I suppose that might have been at the back of my mind, was just to do a little miniature version of that. Just really have fun with it. It's supposed to be a really fun piece, and you know, if you're learning this, I sympathise. I find some of it quite tricky to play myself, but you know, it's sort of, you know, it's kind of practicing these little bits, but you know, keeping the idea that it will be really fun for anyone that's listening. You know, whether it's just someone at home or a concert audience or wherever you happen to play it. I think for the prelude, it might work quite well in a sort of montage of Peppa Pig episodes, and you get that thing at the end, you know, this particular thing that, you know, that's a little kind of sting that comes in every time they do a joke. And what's great about Peppa Pig for the adults, for the parents, is they put a lot of humour in for the grown-ups as well as for the children. And then I took that idea, for the Adagio, and actually made it, you know, much more serious. So perhaps for a film there's a sort of dark night of the soul for Peppa Pig and her family, and you know, there's something not quite so comfortable going on, but it all comes right in the end, and they have this lovely little fugue where the fugue's mainly 3 parts, so remember it's just 3 characters playing against each other. It's difficult to say actually, because to my mind everything's sort of a bit obvious and a little bit on the surface, but you can never tell. I mean, this mysterious bit in the Adagio, which is the Peppa Pig, which is it's a reflection of the. With the mysterious side of that, you know. So there are those little kind of references going all the way through.